Why is it that a sweeper in a government office earns more than the average private sector worker? This question may seem absurd, but it's a stark reality that highlights the disparity between government and private sector employees. In the heart of our nation, a sweeper in a government office can enjoy the luxury of a minimum salary of 18,000 rupees. Contrast this with the harsh reality of a sweeper in Noida who struggles to make ends meet with a meager 3,000 to 4,000 rupees a month. This disparity is not restricted to wages alone. Government employees, whether in the central or state departments or public sector units, bask in the sunlight of job security. Their positions are secured by the taxpayers' money, and they enjoy intangible benefits that their private counterparts can only dream of. These benefits, however, come with their own set of drawbacks. The security of never getting fired and the promise of time-bound promotions often breed irresponsibility and inefficiency. Government machinery that operates at a loss, like BSNL and Air India, is regularly bailed out with public funds, adding to the taxpayers' burden. On the other hand, private sector employees strive hard to earn their keep. They work long hours, often exceeding the standard 40-hour work week, and yet their compensation does not reflect their efforts. The fear of losing their jobs to fresh graduates entering the job market is a constant threat that looms over their heads. The situation is especially dire for mid-level private sector employees. They are caught in a vicious cycle of exploitation, intimidation, and overwork, with no union to represent their interests. They are the beaten dogs of the corporate world, crushed between the business class and the government's loot regime. Consider the plight of an IT professional with over 15 years of experience. Faced with the prospect of being replaced by a fresh graduate who can do his job for half his salary, he is left with no choice but to fight for his position. At an age when he should be planning for his retirement, he is instead battling health issues, paying off loans, and worrying about his children's education. So, why does this disparity exist? Why are government employees paid almost 4 times more than their private counterparts for the same work? These are questions that demand answers. They demand action. It's time for us to think about the issues at hand and consider possible solutions. How can we bridge this gap? How can we ensure that every worker, regardless of their sector, receives fair compensation for their work? This is not a call for a revolution, but a call for evolution, a call for change, for fairness, for justice. It's time for us to question, to challenge, and to strive for a better tomorrow, because every worker, regardless of their sector, deserves to be treated with dignity and respect.